I'm gonna swap the camera over and we're gonna go over and have a look at that new machine. What comes with this machine? This extension table here actually comes with it. Let me back it up a little bit. Okay. So it has a clip right here. If I lift up on it and pull it out, there's where the knee lift is stored for. It is under the extension table. All it is, it only does straight stitches. So it's meant for people who like to do, it's a great one for garments, for home decor items. It is great for someone who does semi-production work. And I can tell you, I wished I had had this when I was in the deep throes of making masks last year, but I didn't. I couldn't find one last year. I was going to buy one. But anyway, I'm going to turn it on. And what I have set up here, this is the seam guide that comes with it. It's pretty cool. It's adjustable. So I have it set at the 1/2 inch seam marking on the throat plate. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to loosen this. I'm going to slide it over to a 1/4 inch. Excuse me. And now I have a 1/4 inch guide. It does have, with this button, you can make it stop with the needle in the up or down position. With the light on, I have it stop and needle down. This is a scissors here, a thread cutter. And then this knob controls the feed dogs. There's 4 different settings on how to adjust the feed dogs. It'll do everything from free motion to there's a setting with a pin feed, which is really great for like slippery stuff like velvets and leather. This setting here is for lightweight fabrics, and then down here is what you would do. A lot of people buy this machine just to use for piecing, everybody. So it comes with several different feet. It has the one that's on there now, which is a flex foot. And by flex, it means that this top of it, you can lift it up and down. See how that flexes right there? Let me just lift that up. But you can lift the front of that foot up. Whereas this foot, it does not have the flex to it, okay? But both of those feet came with it. It comes with a 1/4 inch piecing foot. Here we go. 1/4 inch piecing foot came with it. It has a walking foot that came with it. And I can tell you, this is not similar to any of the other walking feet from Baby Lock. It's much larger, it's heavier. All it is straight stitch, of course, but check out the sole plate on it. There's no interchangeable sole plates for it. But when you look at the bottom of it, that's all metal inside. A heavy duty walking foot. It also comes with a free motion foot. Yes, you could free motion quilt on it. Free motion foot. And it also comes with a rolled hem foot. And this is a thread cap. A regular zipper foot, adjustable. And here it is. This is an invisible zipper foot right here. Okay. It also came with a couple of packages of needles, a couple of screwdrivers, and all that fun stuff. If you look on the back of it up here, this is where your thread goes, okay, to a thread stand. Oops. You really see my mess now. This cover right here, that is a vinyl, but it's got a hard board in it right here where I'm squeezing at. It's a dust cover for it. I'm going to sew on it in here in just a second. I'm going to get these all picked up. Back in this that little plastic box did not come with it. I have several of those around the house to organize stuff in. Very handy. So what I'm going to do, I have it set up for 1/4 inch, and I'm going to sew some 2.5 inch strips together. I'm going to strip piece. So there's one, and there's one. And I'm just going to sew some strips together because I tell you, this dial here controls the stitch length. So just like the numbers on your regular sewing machine, these represent millimeters. So I'm going to set that at 2.5 millimeters. Okay. This lever right here, that's reverse. But the thing I feel like I'm back at the sewing factory. I have already made 50 face masks this week on it since I've got it. So really the big reason I wanted it was to make masks on. But I've just been having so much fun with it. And now, so the speed is controlled by the foot control. It's the only way to control the speed. So I'm going to get it going, then I'm going to give it some juice to make sure my guide is down, locked down where I want it. That is high speed right there. Yes, so love this machine. It is so fun to sew on. Oh my goodness. And yes, a perfect 1/4 inch seam. I have black thread in it right. Perfect 1/4 inch seam. Woohoo. Gotta love it. And the thread I'm using is Madeira Aero Quilt thread, a 40 weight thread. But that's what I've got in there right now. A lot of fun. Let's just do another one while we're sitting here. Yes, I found my bag of 2.5 inch strip scraps that I've accumulated over the years. And I occasionally just bring them out and I'll do some strip piecing. And you don't have to run it at high speed, but it sure is fun to do that. I'll show you something else here in just a moment. Now, there are several accessory feet for it, and I'll be demoing those here over the coming weeks and everything. But I love this machine. This machine, the Accomplish, replaced the Jane. And before that, the Jane replaced the Quilter's Pro. But this is solid metal construction. This machine is heavy, everybody. It really, the table's plastic, but the machine bed and all up here, this is all metal, except for this top cover, but this is metal. This part here is metal. It takes these type of bobbins. You have to buy a special bobbin for them. These are also used, I believe these are an L class bobbin, so they hold a bit more thread than a class 15. When I got under my little table here, I pulled out one of my bobbin savers, and I have nothing but the bobbins that fit the Accomplish in this. I got a couple of extra bags, 20 extra bobbins, 6 bobbins came with it. But what I've been making are these. Is what I've been working on. My masks. I have gotten requests for face masks again, and I thought I was done making those, but evidently not. And I just hope they're put to good use. Is all I care about, and I know they will be. So that is in a nutshell, that is the accomplish. This knob right up here, hold on, that's where you can adjust the presser foot pressure. And there's a dial, a gauge right here. It's kind of like the gauge on a car that has the needle that moves from full to empty for the gas tank. Let me see if I can get this close enough you can get a good look at that. You can see right now it's in the in position, and that's just regular. So if I turn the knob and it goes up this way towards the top, that's less foot pressure, and at the bottom, more. It's also color coded to match these settings over here. It is so easy to thread. I love how the needle threader on it. Now, it's not the push button like our big machines. However, this needle, you don't thread it front to back, you thread it left to right. And what you do, if you see this, get that a little closer here, hold on. There we go. There's this little gadget right here. So if you push it down and turn it towards the back, it has a threading fork that goes right around the needle. And then all you do is put it through the threading fork and hold it back this way, and then just swing this, and it pulls the thread right through the needle each and every time. Super duper easy to use. To change a bobbin with the extension table on, you don't have to remove the extension table. This lifts up, this lifts up, this goes down, and then right here, right there, is the bobbin. I'll go ahead and pull it out. There's the bobbin case. And there's still some thread on it, so I'll just leave that bobbin in there. I've had several different weights of thread in it so far. I have yet to have to adjust the bobbin tension. I'm at an angle than what I normally am, so it's kind of throwing me off getting it inserted back. There we go. Okay. Let me just get that shut. Oops, that's got to go up first. Okay. Let's see. Over here on this side of the machine, you can see all my junk. This is the off and on switch, the power knob, and then of course your foot control. It's a super easy machine to use. The bobbin winder, when you place the bobbin on here, there's a little metal knob that the bobbin fits on, and then you push this back and this lever will go in between the two, the opening on the bobbin. It'll automatically stop when the bobbin's full. You do have to hold down on the foot control to wind, but it's got a super fast bobbin winder on it. Super duper fast. Let's see. And that is it. That's the accomplish. The speed version of the accomplish. We'll be exploring it more in the weeks to come. And this is a great machine also if you're or if you do like to piece a lot of quilt tops. If you do a lot of piecing, you would really enjoy this machine, simply because last year in 2020 I put a little over 3 million stitches on my Altair making masks. I tried to get one of these back then and you couldn't get them. They finally became available to me 2 weeks ago, and I was so happy to be able to get this machine at last. But yeah, so that's the reason I got it. I have started getting orders for masks again, and that's what I'm pretty much keeping this set up as, for the time being anyway, is to make masks. Oh, one more thing, you do have to oil it. So if you look up here, see that hole? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that back hole right there on the bed, there's 5 oiling ports. Put a couple of drops in the holes every 2 weeks if you sew every day, once a month if you don't. So you don't have to, no need to over oil it, but it's super easy to oil. You don't have to like try to get a knob back under there. This hole right here actually oils the bobbin case. And it's super easy to put a drop of white machine oil in there. Super duper easy.